Hey everyone, welcome back to another market closing live stream. We have usually Fridays we don't get many earnings, so really we're just looking up to next week, which is next week's earnings are going to be pretty big. I believe we got Apple and so on next week, so that'll be super fun. We have, let's see here, let's get started here. Okay, hold on, there we go. All right, a little slow here. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Sorry about that. I am situated now. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in the market and then figure out why what's happening in the market is happening in the market. So we've left off this morning pretty much with Boston Beer and API plummeting along with DD. We're at the same place right now, except we've also had an acceleration in another couple momentum stocks here to the downside, BTX and Ashford Hospitality. Lordstown Motors also came out of nowhere and just basically fell apart throughout the day. We kind of saw this collapse of Lordstown Motors throughout the day here. Marin also had a sort of a collapse throughout the day, so I don't see a single catalyst event here. I would say there was more of a catalyst event here probably at Ashford Hospitality, because if we take a peek at the beginning of the day here, something clearly happened here that shot this down. Let's look at bond yields quickly. I'm going to go right back to this. I'm also going to get terminal up. Let's listen to this just for a moment. Nope, nothing there. Okay. So, let's see. I got the Bloomberg terminal up because that, whatever happened to Ashford Hospitality, that makes me curious because it's a pretty big drop there. And keep in mind, you might not know Ashford Hospitality, but as a real estate investment trust, it makes me interested. Part hotels and part other types of real estate. I'm always trying to keep an eye on the real estate market. Sometimes you can get little clues from how stocks start reacting in the real estate space, since actual real estate sales are obviously a little bit slower. But agents will tell you right away when they start feeling a shift in the market. And so far, I've already been seeing that. All right, so hopping back over to the sticks here. Let's go. So Ashford Hospitality, we're going to try to figure out what that sudden drop is that we had at the beginning of the day. We got Lee Auto, so we'll come back to that when the terminal's up, and then we'll find out, and we'll know. We've got fuel cells sitting at 4.19%. I see some comments here. Yeah, I don't know what all these comments, what's happening. So, no, I don't know. Do I believe what? Somebody saying something happened to Matt? I've had Matt on the channel before. Let's see. I don't. Do I see that? Oh, where's his channel? Yeah, you're right. What the hell? What the? That's odd. Let's see if I can get. Hold on. That's very strange. What happened? Again? Let's see here. That's very strange. I don't like it when I see YouTubers get banned. Hold on a sec. Let's see if he's around. That's live on Twitch? Okay. Oh, well, then that's not going to work. Hold on. We'll see anyway. Yo, you wanna duel over here on YouTube? Is that working? Yeah. Oh, I don't care. If you want to come on, I'll send you a link. All right, I'll send it to you right now. Thanks. Okay, Matt's gonna come. All right. Sorry, everyone. That's very odd. Okay, hold on. I gotta text this. Okay, give me 1 second here. Paste. Okay. Well, that sounds like bull crap. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. Give it 1 second. I'm a big fan of helping out. I just don't like when I mean, I've had my share of censorship. Let's see. All right, we'll give it 1 second. So I'm just going to be on standby here for this to pop up. We'll go ahead and take a peek here. Also, I do want to quickly check the terminal for Ashford Hospitality while we wait for this. Ashford, so let's go in here. Ashford Hospitality Trust. Let's see what the news was here. And let's go. Here we go. Yep. Okay. So Ashford Hospitality, what happened today? Boost short. Cube Research Technologies boosts short in Ashford Hospitality. That's it? One company just shorted it more? I mean, I guess that could happen if somebody just went on and basically dumped a bunch of shares or even borrowed shares just to sell them. I suppose that's possible. Yeah, I mean, look at this. You see the volume coming in here. So absolutely. We'll find out what's going on with Matt. All right. Then let's see here. We'll save that. Okay. Sorry, a little slower start to the live here as we get situated. So much going on here. All right, we got Snap up at 23.15. We've got Roku 11.26. Trade Desk. Wow, and even Roku. These are just like the growers throughout the day here. Roku, look at that, 11.34. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Wow, good job, Roku. I don't think Roku reported today either. This is just all of a sudden we've got we've got some nice growth here. I'm going to pull up quickly to see. Let's see what happened here on Roku. Roku, get some insight here. Okay, individual company news. Okay, Roku. Top gainers, heavy volume, bullish options activity, pre-market prep. Let's see. No, just bullish activity on Roku. It's probably because of what we've seen happen at what's it called? Snapchat and Twitter. Buy Clove, check the news. Okay, let me see. Let's see what the news is on Clove. Oh, there's a lot going on here all of a sudden. It's interesting. Sent again. Individual news on Clove. Let's see what we've got. So Clove, we have, I don't see much news here. 7 Reddit penny stocks to watch for major price movements. No, there's just some random articles here on Clove. I don't see any particular news on Clove. We've got Trade Desk. Trade Desk kicking butt. Okay, here we go. Hold on a sec. All right, hold on, folks. Matt, welcome aboard. What's up, man? Welcome back.
Hey, I appreciate you having me back on. I wish it was under better circumstances. I was streaming. I was just doing my normal stream, and I was, for the second time, this is the second time I've completely lost my channel, and I'm identified as harmful and dangerous. For the second time, I have broken their harmful and dangerous category, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I don't have strikes or anything. To my research, hearing from some people that work there, that's literally the category of horrific videos, calling for legitimate violent, it's the most extreme thing to skip no strikes and go straight to termination, being identified.
Jeez.
Yeah, absolutely wild.
And so how did this happen? You were just streaming and then all of a sudden the video the feed just stopped, or did you get
just
an email?
Cut, and if you search my terminal, my channel gone, now, gone, completely gone. It just cut out on everyone, just like that. And all I talked about, so I started this stream at 2. We talked a little bit about Charles Payne. He was doing some stuff on Fox, similar to when you're commenting on CNBC.
Yeah.
And then from there, we were literally watching AMC, GME, just a normal Friday thing. Harmful and dangerous is literal violence. It's actual harmful and dangerous, physical harm. And I was oh, okay. And to me, I think the first time around, because this happened in April, like I said, this is my second time. And then something is going on. I don't know if it's a coordinated bot attack, but another person who live streams, TMI, he talks about AMC, same thing. He lost his channel earlier this week. And I know you've been having your issues with kind of big tech censorship of not verifying who you are. Across the board, it seems it's too coincidental to not be something going on.
That is so weird. And so did this happen? Did you say other people are getting their channels all of a sudden removed too for this harmful and dangerous
Yeah.
thing? Or
Earlier in the week, there was another AMC live streamer who lost his.
why?
Same thing,
That is,
harmful and dangerous.
and so you said this has happened before. Tell me about what resolved or what came out of what happened before.
Last time it happened to me in April, same thing, harmful and dangerous. It happened around 3 a.m. So it's kind of funny. I woke up and I saw all these Twitter notifications and I was like, wait, what's going on? And I didn't think it, I actually went back to bed and then I went up and I like got up again and read the email and I got it. They're like, we know you're going to be disappointed, but like we took your channel from you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm disappointed. And I just, at that point, my gut didn't really drop out. I was like, this seems like a bit weird. But what had happened was I was like, oh, I can see an appeal. And I was like, all right, I know I didn't do anything. So the appeal, I'll be fine. And I filed the appeal. And then my heart dropped when they denied the appeal.
Oh,
I was like, what is going on? And the only reason I got it back is because it became, honestly, just like such a contentious issue on Twitter. People were freaking out because, like, to call it harmful and dangerous, I wear a tiger shirt, I wear a duck band. Like, it's just, I talk about stocks. Like, it's not harmful and dangerous. So I don't know if it's a coordinated bot attack or if like someone at YouTube's like we think this kid is harmful and dangerous. But what's like, you can't talk to a human about it. And like, I'm sure you would appreciate this. The years you dedicated, you've been in this game way longer than I have. Just to have it ripped away from you, like it's absolutely nothing. Like they don't talk to you, they don't email you. Like I believe Graham was getting in trouble. Like he was about to lose his channel. Like with me, I just try to file an appeal this time, like I did previously, and I can't. Yeah. It won't even let me file an appeal now. Like the page just like kicks out. I can't do anything. So I'm hoping that it just becomes a big enough deal here on YouTube, here on Twitter, that some human needs to look into it because it's just ridiculous.
Wow. So, okay. So do you think it's possible this was automated? I'm trying to understand this bot attack thing. Where is it possible that, you know, if somebody had like 1,000 reports all of a sudden go through at the same time, oh my gosh, this is harmful and dangerous, that maybe YouTube just like auto bans or something like that?
I think it could be along those lines. Previously, it made more sense to me because like one of the sarcastic jokes of when I was kicking someone out of chat who was being inappropriate, like the going joke was like, oh, you're beheaded and kick out. So I thought their natural language processing was just picking up that. It didn't understand the sarcasm. And then if there's like a lot of bots reporting it, I understood how like technology might not be advanced enough to get the sarcasm. And then when they saw these reports, I was like, okay, I see that. This time around, I've stopped with that joke. I have not said anything that could be interpreted even incorrectly as like sarcastically talking about violence or anything of that nature. So I don't like, usually if it's a lot of bots, like they, to my understanding, had a better system. But now that this is happening, like especially to another AMC streamer, I don't know what's going on. I have no logical reasoning, even with my understanding of technology, of how something like this could possibly happen. Okay, so previously, did they when you got your appeal got denied, how did you end up getting your channel back? So they denied it, and then out of nowhere, I think because it became such an issue on Twitter, I just randomly got an email. They're like, "Oh, you're reinstated."
Got it. Okay, and they never told you
no
that maybe it had to do with the previous comments or something like that.
No, I think because obviously I try to attack on that and see like what's actually going on, and it was more. I'm trying to think of it. They said we just have like because of the current state of Rona and everything, like we just have less people looking into stuff. Like it was it was a super vague HR approved thing, probably just so they don't get sued because things like this, like it does cause like legitimate issues. Like for me right now, like I don't know, I just don't understand how they can keep doing this.
This is your livelihood that they've just like robbed from you. With it sounds like maybe there is an option to appeal, but it's not functioning the form. So basically, you don't have an option to appeal. So you're screwed.
I'm just sitting there like, I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with creator support once in a while. I've tried to talk to them and nothing. They're like, oh, you have to just file it. Like they can't help you at all. There's no. The way it's set up here as a creator, like you don't get anywhere. And that's like the most infuriating part. And like with all those canned responses as a human, that's like what then drives you up the wall even more. Cause you're like, I've dedicated my life. I rely on it. Like there's just so much importance because you're trying to build a business. And like with not even the click of a button, it's less than that. Cause I'm assuming some algorithm, they're like, nope, done. Sorry. Like, and no reason. Well, the reasoning is I'm harmful and dangerous, but like, it told me the video and it was that stream. It wasn't like a different stream. It was like actively the stream I was in.
Oh, okay. So what was that stream called? So they were just like AMC
It
Market
was,
Close or something like that?
yeah, Ape Nation Froggy Friday special, Dumb Money episode 8.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously very, very violent and super dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I you know, my heart started palpitating when you read that out loud.
It was it's just, and you sit here and it's weird because like obviously I hope it goes like the previous time, like when they're like, okay, like we messed up. I'm not gonna get a solution. Like it is like literally damaging, but it's more of that they just don't explain to you like what's going on, how it happened. And obviously they didn't fix the issue from last time because this is the second time it has happened to me. So like they're not even improving as a company. And I just don't know how a company can continue to create its creators like this inappropriately and still like survive in the long run. It's insane.
Now, what about you? You said you were reacting to Charles Payne. Were they talk? I mean, was it politics or Trump, or did they?
No, so that was actually talking about dark pools. Like that's been a hot topic in the AMC GME world. Is just like all the trading that goes on in dark pools and like some potentially very nefarious things that could continue to enable stock market manipulation, and it definitely enables tilting the field in favor of really anyone who has money, the pay-to-play system that has become the stock market. So there was an expert speaking with Charles Payne about that, and we were watching it, and I was just commenting on that. So I watched a segment of it. It was like a segment of his whole show. I think it lasted maybe 5 minutes, and that was right around 2:30, 2:40, and then I lost the channel at like, I don't know, 3:30, like an hour after that. And it was like, I mean, Fridays, they're quiet days. It's more fun. Like we watched that and we were just messing around talking about stock. Like it's just wrong. Like there's no part of it. Like I would bet any amount of money in the world that like this was inappropriate. Like they did something wrong. Like I truly believe I did nothing against their terms of service, nothing immoral. I definitely am not harmful and dangerous. And now it's just like, you wait and you hope it's Friday afternoon. I mean, I know YouTube is West Coast, so maybe I have a bit more time. But looking at the time, you need a human to look at it. And I don't know, the appeal process is stupid. Like I know it's down, but last time I filed the appeal anyway, and that still got denied. But it's just so condescending. Because what's the part of the email? We know that this might be disappointing.
Really?
Oh, okay, sweet. Like, thank you for that empathy, YouTube.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that's just ridiculous. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I'm gonna just for what it's worth, I think we could do this together here on Twitter here. I think I'm just gonna tweet something like, "Dear YouTube, please reinstate Matt Kohrs on YouTube.
I appreciate that.
Channel falsely flagged," or something like that.
Falsely terminated. Beyond,
yeah, that's actually you're correct.
Because when I got it, I was talking on stream and I got the email. I was like, oh, YouTube. And I thought it was a copyright. I was like, okay, fair enough. Fox hit me, whatever. Like, I'll talk to them. I'll get that figured out. Like, not that big of a deal. And then I read it and I was like, oh, wait, harmful and dangerous. Like, that's not good. And then I looked over and it was frozen. And then all of a sudden, like, my Discord started messaging and then Twitter started playing in. And it's just like, it's not the best way to kick off a weekend.
No, that's horrible. No, but you don't take a day off either. All right, I just tweeted. So if anybody wants to retweet,
I appreciate
Real Meat Kevin, and I tagged you in it as well, and YouTube. So okay, we'll try to make a buzz for it. So okay, you post on the weekends too. So this is definitely going to affect you.
Yeah, no, I do multiple things. Like I don't take a day off. Like I'm going to stream, post a video, do something. So I don't know. Yeah, it's 100% going to affect me. And then there's also other weird repercussions I saw on the back end last time of just like some of the analytics stuff that you're going to see in YouTube. But they rip it all down. Well, even at the most basic thing, I mean, I was getting views today. Like people were talking today. Like I had a video today. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There's no fair recourse when they clearly do something wrong. I just don't. You're just tied. Like it's all up to them. They're like, I guess, the controller of the system.
What happens right now when you log into your channel? Can you even log in, or what's the back end like?
It's not. It's as if you didn't even make one.
So, oh wow! So it's like set up your new channel or whatever.
Yeah, like I go to my studio, and for those of you, it just says something went wrong, and it's a monkey with a hammer.
Oh my gosh, that's devastating. Jeez, man. No, I mean, like, I'm sure this has to be this has to be. I'm sure it's fixable. It's just a matter of like what you're saying, getting in contact with the right person who can actually do something about this.
Yeah, I mean that's how it worked earlier. And I'm hoping that this time, but now it's getting weird with the weekend and timing. Before, like it was midday on like a Monday or Tuesday. Like I started it early in the morning, and by that evening I had it back. But this time around, I don't know. I don't think times it might end up getting pushed off to Monday or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I see if I have an email for them as well. That it may as well make sense to just shoot a quick email to.
It's just.
So in the meantime, I want to know, I'm trying to understand a little bit more. So you're talking about dark pools. Does, sometimes Charles Payne can get animated with anger. Was he very angry at the moment? Was there anything that you could look at where it's like, did YouTube somehow pick up something that was said or some phraseology? I mean, dark pools doesn't sound bad,
Yeah. So I'm thinking back, and honestly, well, actually, no. I'm very confident it's not, because there's another channel who streams like AMC related stuff, specifically Charles Payne, and I could double check that channel's still up, but it would have had the exact same clip. So in terms of his word, but he didn't swear or anything. He was just talking to a woman named Stephanie Cameraman, and she was just explaining the functionality and some of the things that go on in dark pools. But there were no like what we would consider buzzwords of getting flagged or anything like that. It just, I don't know. It's definitely, that's what's weird, because when I thought about it for the first time, I was like, oh, okay, I see it didn't pick up the sarcasm. But this time around, I don't even know what it would have picked up. Even if there was a mass amount of bots flagging my account because people are professional trolls, I don't know what they would have also then triggered in the natural language processing to be like, oh yeah, no, we should completely terminate this guy.
And this was you said they already. I'm looking at Fox Business right now. Who was the speaker?
Stephanie Cameraman. It was a quick clip, like 2, 4, 5 minutes.
Sometimes they're like hours behind with uploading the clips, but yeah, you're right. I mean, that same clip is probably going to end up on YouTube, and I doubt Fox News is all of a sudden, or Fox Business is all of a sudden going to get terminated. And you're verified,
I mean, I could
right?
see it actually here that there was another one too. The other channel, like there's 2 channels up still live that played that clip. So like, I don't think it was specific to that clip.
Okay,
and also,
it had nothing to do with that. So so have you heard of this bot attack before, or is that a suspicion?
Well, it's not like I've heard it directly from YouTube or something like that, but more of like, I guess, anecdotally or through a person who knew a person type of a thing, where like that's kind of how YouTube system works, is like if it's one person reporting whatever, same thing with Twitter, Instagram, like you need a larger amount. And then for the thing that you're getting reported, like, I mean, to me, this is obviously a bit more serious. So this is more of my assumption and just knowledge of like, I guess, software development in general, that they're going to have some sort of natural language processing going, which even that is weird because it happened on that video as it was live. The other time it was a video, I went to bed, and then it happened at 3 a.m. Natural language processing is not the quickest thing, especially when you're talking about YouTube that has like essentially an infinite amount of uploads every single hour. The fact that it happened live, I mean, that's my only assumption, right? I don't know what else would be credible besides a huge amount of people reporting an account.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like, I mean, if this was happening during a like a squeeze, we've got AMC here, I would think, okay, that would be really like a really weird and bad sign. Nothing really happened with AMC today, so
yeah, a bit more of a quiet day.
I imagine this was just a normal stream. It's not like emotions were high or emotions were low. But is it possible that maybe people said something in chat or something like that?
It's possible, but I'm looking at what's like, I'm speaking with some of my mods, and there's nothing like, they were all surprised. It wasn't like they gave me a, so like, oh man, we need to do something like with all these absurd negative comments.
Okay, so there was nothing like that. What about maybe anything, and I'm not going to say it, but maybe something related to the Roni Rona?
We were using the word Delta Delta variant, because we were just
Well, we'll call it
discussing
the D, the big D.
we were just discussing. I think my commentary on that was obviously the stock market shrugging it off because we hit a new all-time high today. So like it was just like wasn't pricing it in, or if it was pricing it in, it just didn't care. But the S&P 500 new all-time high. So that was my comment on that. I said it just like doesn't care about the Delta variant.
Okay. So so that was sort of just a brief mention, and then moved on from there.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that like scientific, like I wasn't focusing on it or saying, oh, like it is or isn't. Like I wasn't going on some like political rant of like one side or the other, or anything like that. It was just commentary of like how it relates to stocks. And I was like, oh, obviously it's shrugging it off. And then I said something of like, I hope the Olympics go off with like no issue.
Okay. And then yes, now I see a comment here. Somebody's like, it wouldn't be like the buy the dip guy. I heard, okay, somebody's here saying something about playing buy the dip. The buy the dip guy doesn't ever, I mean, that's different too. Like if, for example, even if the person who made the buy the dip video did a censor, like a copyright thing, that just either blocks or demonetizes your video. That doesn't remove you for harmful content. So I'm just responding to somebody in the comments here who said that.
And even with that, when I played music, that was on this morning stream, and the one I got was for this evening stream. So like I didn't even play music on this one.
Interesting. Okay. So if you put up music, you'll just get demonetized basically on the stream.
Exactly.
Okay. Most songs, they actually, I guess I wouldn't say most songs. I would say a lot of songs will actually let you keep your video up on YouTube. Yeah. They just demonetize you. Like they don't block your video. Yeah.
And even it's copyright. Like, cause I have had a copyright with the Jim Cramer thing from Viacom, and they just took it down, and like, but that's not even a strike. Like, so there's no way music would put you in the category of harmful and dangerous. Like that. It's just wild.
Somebody here is saying maybe the C word was you. I'm not going to say it, but like when you believe something shady's going on. Gosh, what's the definition of this word? I don't want to say it. You don't say it either, if you don't mind. let me pull up the definition of it sounds a lot like constipated, but let's see here. What's a good definition here? An evil, unlawful, treacherous, or surreptitious plan formulated in secret by two or more people. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying.
Something like that.
But even that, like, that's not against the rules to say. No, I didn't even say that. But that's just, it's just a word. Like, that's not going to get you kicked off. Maybe it gets you demonetized. But, like, to be in the category I'm in now, it's just, I don't know.
So stupid.
My gut
has
feeling
to be a mistake, man. I just I want it to be a mistake because I want you to get back in here. So we posted on Twitter, and it looks like a lot of y'all are already retweeting it, which is good. We've got I sent out an email also to YouTube myself to see if at all I can help. So there's no reply. Yeah, it's been 6 minutes, but it's worth trying. Gosh, I mean, anything else? Like what else do you want to share to the world? I mean, like this is horrible. I mean, do you have a second channel? Are you going to be on Twitch? Like what are you going to do?
Yeah, so for now, the backup is Twitch. It's the same thing, just my name, Matt Kohrs. So I'm going to use that, and like it's a small one just for this because like I learned my lesson in April just in case it happens. So I'm happy that I had some sort of platform in place. So that's my fail safe. But even that, like, I mean, when you have like a core audience somewhere, it's not like you're going to continue to be able to talk to everyone. Like YouTube is probably the most accessible one. But for now, in the time being, and potentially permanently, I don't know how this is going to play out. I guess I'm just on Twitch.
Okay. So Twitch, Matt Kohrs, and then obviously you're also on Twitter, which you have the underscore in your name there. So Matt _ Kohrs.
Yeah, so that's actually Twitch as well. All my social media is Matt _ Kohrs.
Oh, it all is. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah. No. That's good. Okay, got it. Now, did it say anything about? Are you allowed to make a second channel?
Yeah, so in this particular thing, when I read it the last time around, like I, as a human, I'm banned off of YouTube now. Like I cannot have a channel.
So you're not allowed.
It's just not your channel. Yeah, this particular category, harmful and dangerous. Like if they found out as of now, if I had a channel, that would be me. Like I would be done.
But that would probably be manual, huh?
Yeah, I think someone would have to report and be like, "Oh, this is Matt Kohrs" or something like that. Like I could do it, but technically, that actually is breaking their terms of service. Then.
Let's listen to the bell together. I don't think we've ever listened to the bell together. How's that sound?
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, check it out. Matterport. I don't know if you invest in them, but Matterport's at the NASDAQ today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess the
Good for them.
casino's closed for the day and for the
There
week.
it is. The casino's closed for the day. Look at that. The Dow up. I can't believe these indices running, man. Look at this. Dow 6.8, S&P up another percent, the NASDAQ up 1%, the Russell up 0.46. What do you think about this? I mean, this whole, like, the indices are just kicking everything's butt, man.
Yeah, I think in mine, not to have more of a bit of a financial conversation, I think people are realizing I think right now with the potential of this D variant, what could be going on is people realized last time that the government's going to backstop anything possible. And so they had the backstop. And then even if it doesn't become bad, well, okay, we're just going to buy the market higher anyway. It's kind of funny. I was talking with Stream about this. Is like one of the biggest attacks on AMC and GME is that they're fundamentally overvalued. And I crack up because I would argue that the market is overvalued. And yet how much exposure is there from hedge funds in just every indice right now? Sure. So I think they're picking and choosing their arguments. But as of now, like, and hey, I think it's actually going to go higher. And like, I think that's a money-making opportunity. But do I think that it's fundamentally the best market, the best economy we've ever had? No, obviously not.
Yeah. Are you just keep adding to AMC or what's your stance on that?
Yeah, so with mine, any major dips at support, when I think there's a good technical support, that's when I'm in. I used to be a lot heavier into options, but when the volatility dried up, I've just been converting over to like straight shares right now, which makes me sleep easier at night. I don't have to worry about theta or expiration or anything like that.
Dude, the options market has just gone to crap if you're buying options. Selling options has been good. Do you ever sell puts to get into AMC?
No, so I'll do just in my like retirement account against like my core investments, Microsoft, Nvidia, things like that. I'll do covered calls like very commonly. But with AMC, I'm like kind of afraid to touch options on it like right now in either direction. I'm waiting. So in that one, which I treat very differently than any other trade, just shares. But in my actual account, like something Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, things I'm going to hold forever, I'll just sell calls against that covered call.
Yeah. That makes sense. Good extra income. Okay, man. Anything, I don't want to keep you. I'm sure you got plenty of things to do. Anything else that you want to add? So I mean, this it's heartbreaking for me because the thing is, like, this could happen to any of us, right?
Yeah.
This is not just a Matt Kohrs problem. This is an all YouTuber problem. Like any YouTuber could just be in the middle of a live stream and just get shut down. And even if it's by mistake, I mean, you get shut down for 3 or 4 days, your audience starts to forget about you. That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's one of those emotional responses where it's such an emotional response. Like you don't even know what to do. Like you're just kind of there. Like, I don't know. It just sucks. Like, I guess my message is like, obviously folks, I'm going to be fighting for it, but like, it's in YouTube's hands. It's not in mine. I do have that backup. I appreciate your help, Kevin. I really do, like Twitter, all that stuff. But I don't know. I'm hoping this is resolved. I wish it were resolved right now.
Yeah.
But, I'll keep everyone posted on Twitter, Twitch, but thanks for the platform. Thank you for letting me like get this out so everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't yet, folks who are watching, go to Twitter, help retweet support or at YouTube yourself. We've got a tweet going. You can see it at Real Meet Kevin there on Twitter, but you could tweet your own as well. Do whatever you want. But this is not what you want to see with YouTube. What have you talked to Trey about this?
No, not yet. I actually think he has just some other things going on. I'm sure I'll like talk to him soon, but it's just, I don't know. I feel because him, like, obviously I'm the second AMC person this week. Like I feel for him, like who knows what is or isn't coming. It's just, who knows right now. It's just YouTube has like all this unbridled power. And like you said, it could just be ripped away in a second.
Matt, I'm so sorry for this. If I hear anything, because I did email them myself, if I hear something, I've got a couple contacts that I emailed. I will get in touch with you right away. In the meantime, let's play social because I'm very hopeful that this is just a mistake and YouTube comes in and takes care of this. I know what it feels like. I had my announcement post for my candidacy deleted off Instagram for basically the same thing as what you're saying. And then as soon as Fox News heard about it, which if you haven't reached out to Charles yet, maybe reach out to him. As soon as Fox News heard about it, Facebook's like, oh yeah, that was a mistake. That we should actually probably tag Charles. Has anybody done that?
I don't know. Maybe I'm sure someone has. Hopefully they do.
Okay, I'm gonna reply comment and go Charles. So anybody else is watching, we're gonna Charles help free Matt. What did you like that hashtag? Is it free Matt Kohrs? I think is what people are using right now. Do that. All right. I just reply tweeted that. So if anybody wants to add to that or whatever, or do you have you posted anything? Can I retweet something from you?
I just like let everyone know what was going on. I just said I had some tweet about it. Yeah. That, hey, I got taken down. I added YouTube. Told them it feels like harassment.
I once again was wrongfully terminated from YouTube for being harmful and dangerous. Anyone watching me? Yes. I am going to retweet that as is right now. All right, man. Dude, thank you for taking the time to come on here. Anytime you text me, we'll get you on here so you can speak to the financial community. All right, man?
I really appreciate that. Have a good one.
All right, you as well. Bye. All right, folks, let's go ahead and see how the market ended up. We're going to go ahead and just leave the Twitter banner up here, but let's just talk briefly about the market. We'll wrap up here. I know we didn't get to talk about the sticks as much as usual in this one. A little bit of a special circumstance, but it's also very concerning. This is something I think all of us should really be paying attention to, and it's really heartbreaking to me. I love Matt, love Trey, and really, anyone who kicks ass just all day long, like working hard, doesn't deserve to be deplatformed. Not happy about this. So I'll obviously do whatever I can to help here. All right, let's go ahead here and let's see here. Hold on, make sure I am still. Do I have my chat? Where'd my chat go? Oh, give me a second here. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, well, there we go. Got my chat. Sorry about that. I lost the chat box and I'm like, oh no, did I close the window? Okay, let's take a quick look at what's going on in the sticks here just to see how the market closed up. Very sad day, obviously. Okay, so what we have here is we've got Snap killing it at 23.9% after their earnings yesterday. They had phenomenal earnings yesterday. Twitter also had very, very good earnings. The beats were massive. In fact, when I particularly covered the Twitter earnings and the Snap earnings, I was very impressed by both of them. Extremely impressed by both of them. I am shocked, though, that basically Twitter fell by the wayside. I mean, Twitter disappeared here. So you go over here. Here's Twitter. Look at this. Twitter ended up a measly 3%. I mean, that could just be a normal day of a fluctuation here. With Snap, 23.9%. It's a sign that the market was really estimating that the market would, or that Snapchat actually wouldn't be doing as well as it has been. And I believe that Snapchat's move here is actually helping other companies like Roku and some of the others actually start doing well, especially the online companies like Pinterest or Etsy. Part of what I believe, at least. So Pinterest, Etsy, obviously big positions that we have. Etsy being over 208 right now, I'm going to be getting close to potentially swapping out my options on Etsy here. I can't obviously do it now. Probably wouldn't have done it in the day anyway during market close. Have we seen it? Same thing with Pinterest. I'd probably, like, if we got to like 85, 90 on Pinterest, 220, 230 on Etsy, that's probably when I do a little bit of a rotation here and go to shares rather than options. I'm going to take a peek here at Piton. Piton ended up flat at 121. Pretty good. This is a pretty common rubber band level that Piton tends to sit at. We have, let's see here, in post-market. Oh, I do also want to take a quick peek at cryptos. So Big Digital ended at 102. And we've got Bitcoin pretty much flat on the day here. We started at open at about 32.4. Almost went to 33 here intraday. But ended up at around 32.3. I am slightly concerned that you've got this sort of dry kind of bleed out on cryptos, and we're going to get this sideways trading for a little bit on crypto, certainly after the head and shoulders pattern of Bitcoin that continues to extend. Something to keep an eye on. We have, let's see, how's Build-A-Bear? Build-A-Bear went down to 1561. Build-A-Bear has been a very strong play that has held up its momentum play much longer than I ever thought it would. AMC, obviously, core momentum play along with GME. Pretty flat today. We're down about, what is this? After hours, we were down about 6.8, 0.73 on the day. Pretty nominal here. Let's go ahead and see Trade Desk. I have to say I was very impressed with Trade Desk. Opened high and held on to it. Very, very strong moves here on Trade Desk. Trade Desk is one of my favorites that I haven't added more to. Hold on. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, Trade Desk has been one that I've been wanting to load up more on, but it just keeps getting pricier, which is very frustrating. Moderna, you're up about 7.84%. Very, very, very impressive here as well. mRNA is just one of those. It keeps going and going and going. I bought this thing once at around 124. Wish I added more to it. Never did. Obviously, in hindsight, oh well, what are you gonna do, right? Voyager Digital popping off again a little bit here. Went down as low as 10%. Absolutely incredible. I'm sorry, went down to $10, not 10%. Now it's up 5% again of the day here, back to $13. That if Voyager Digital ever gets down to $10 again, that might be a point to keep an eye on this particular stock at. Right here, $10. That was pretty low. I mean, so below some of the levels we had even fallen to on single days here previously, even intraday. So watching Voyager Digital for those $10 moves. Ubiquity well back over 300, back to 311. Whirlpool 219. Whirlpool actually has had a wonderful run into the start of the year here, but sold off, and it just can't get off that 200-day moving average. Kind of been stuck around there for a while here. Looking for opportunities also in the energy space, particularly Canadian Solar, Enphase. Some other opportunities here. We've got Enphase doing pretty decently right now. Sitting, we get these bounces off the 155 level. That's around where I like to add, 155 or under. This tends to be where we rubber band around. So I haven't been adding to Enphase recently. But it's one that if we get back over 200 here, it's probably going to be one that I roll out of my leaps and move into shares on. DoorDash. I wonder how Airbnb has been doing. Let's see. Airbnb sitting back at IPO pricing. I mean, look at this. We're almost as low as May pricing that we've had here. Yeah. So Airbnb somewhat trading sideways. That would be one to check out website analytics on. In fact, let's do that really quick. Let's go ahead and look at website analytics quickly for Airbnb. Although a lot of people use the app, you could still get inflection points on traffic data by looking at Airbnb website analytics. So let's take a peek at that. Actually, not bad. I mean, it might just be a valuation concern, but this is not bad. You're higher than where you were in really 2019. You see the strong recovery over here. Look at that V-shaped dip. Oh my gosh, during COVID there, huh? Our summer reopening over here that was so exciting before the second wave. I mean, this is literally just like a COVID chart, right? So very, very interesting. Okay, so folks, I would say that about does it for our market closing live stream here. Thank you very much for being here. Support Matt Kohrs on Twitter. Get yourself life insurance in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life. And if you like Webull, then make sure to go to metkevin.com/Webull, deposit $100, and you'll get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. Thank you so much, folks. And if I have an update with Matt, stay tuned. I will bring it. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you.